So this is the proper way to put down the tent. When you get, these are the $99 tents from Walmart or Sears. You basically bring the tent down first. We'll have to do another video on putting up the tent, but right now we're just putting them down. We bring all the legs down first. When we're done with that, the next thing we move to is unlocking the tent. Always unlock and always lock the tent in the down position with the legs down. It's much easier and better for the tent in terms of longevity and not bending the frame. So there, Dawn is unhinging all the locks, the 4 locks. And now that she's done, it's great if you have 2 people diagonal to close it. They just simply push together. So yeah, so sometimes you get this, you run into a little trouble. There you go, she's got it. And she can push it all together by herself. And that's it. Now you can just put your tent away. If you bag it, great. If you just keep it stored open like that, that's great too. Awesome, and that's the story. So this is Dawn taking down the weights of the tent before she takes this tent down. Now this is the more expensive $200 range tent, usually by Easy Up or some other brand. And these are called commercial or professional tents. So they close a little bit differently, although it's the exact same process. At the end, it's a little different, and we'll show that. So Dawn has taken her weights down, and now she's just tying up the string so that it doesn't get tangled while it's stored away. Yeah, so that's great. So all 4, as you see, all 4 corners are weighted in case of wind. Sudden gusts of wind can take your tents down, and they can go traveling and hurt someone. So we highly recommend and require weights at each of our markets. And here's Dawn again. She's just taking her weights down. So these are homemade weights. Basically, you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you get the PVC pipe, you get the quick drying concrete, and you get one of these large hooks with a long, it's like a 3-4 inch long screw, and you stick it immediately in the concrete so it dries around it. It cures in about 48 hours, but it's dry to the touch within a few hours. And you then attach your rope, and some nice sturdy rope you get at Home Depot or Lowe's. And you can store them easily. Yeah, they're durable. You heard her drop that. Well, we don't recommend dropping it, but it can withstand it, in other words. Here's another homemade weight, and what this is actually a piece of post for a fence. If you look here, you'll see it's just the post for a fence with the PVC liner, and then you buy these cute little caps and get them to bore a hole for you at Home Depot, and you put your you drill a hole and put your screw in through that way. So that they're kind of cute, and they're really dense and heavy, so they don't have to be quite as long as the concrete ones. Awesome. So that's the weights. So here's the commercial tent. It's a little tougher to put down. The locks are a little sturdier. So Dawn is going to push in the locks and go down notch by notch. You can see her pushing them in. And here comes another one. She's just pushing it in. And let's look at the notch this time. So that's the notch. It keeps it locked. There we go. And let me get a picture of the notch before we, let's see. There's the notch. Yes, that's a picture of the notch. So she pushes it in to be able to get it down each hole. And that's how we bring the tent down, just like the others. It's just a little stiffer. It's more sturdy. So Dawn is bringing it down so she can unlock each corner. Right? There we go. So now the tent is down, and she's pulling the pins. They look like grenade pins. Not like I've ever seen a grenade, but she's just pulling the pin to release it, and now it's movable. It's unlocked. So she's unlocking each of the 4 sides. So now Dawn has unlocked all 4 sides, and she's just pushing the tent together. It's a little different. You kind of fold it together versus push it together. And that's it. That's the commercial tent. It's all done now. It's a little taller. It doesn't fold as low. So you do need extra space if you get this type. And there you have it, how to put down the tent. Okay. Oops.